Hey YouTubers, today we're going to be scrapping cell phones. We have an old Nokia, Blackberry, Galaxies, phones. Yeah, we have all of them, just about. But to me, I figured, the older the better. A lot of them do come with a lot of gold and precious metals on them. Here's a few of them that we already broke down. This is a RAM. As you can see, how much gold is on these things. That's why a lot of places want to buy these things from you. But the market is huge for right now for cell phones, and I just wanted to break down a few of them with you guys and um, pretty much show you some of the parts that we get out of these things. So it's pretty complicated to take these things apart, but you have to find where the screws are in these phones, and usually there's a pocket where you can pop off those plastic parts and get to the necessary screw that you need to take off of it. Because right now the plastic is something it's worthless, but what we're looking for is the high grade boards inside of these things, and we want to extract as much precious metals off of the board as we can. So what you'll need is like a small flathead screwdriver. This is one of my favorites. It's got a pretty little pointy end on it. And you're going to need a star bit set, of course, when you're dealing with small things such as this. Here's the star bit set that we needed. That has the T5 on it. So always keep your miniature tools around, especially when you're dealing with small devices such as cell phones. Okay, this one, it's not easy to get these things out. They're very delicate devices. And of course you want to have a box where you can toss all of the plastic, most of the plastic, because some of these do have some piece parts that are on the outside that you want to reserve and extract off of there. But this one has about 4 screws in it. On the face here, let me show you. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to take those off. And what's so valuable about cell phones, I mean, from a scrapper's perspective, these things are huge, but you have to get a lot of them. You definitely have to get a lot of cell phones to see some money, some decent money. I looked up the pricing online to see what the dealers were paying for these things, and they range in about, online they go for about $12 a pound. So this is what we get out of them. This is what I want out of it. Now, this is what I was talking about, the shell. These are the parts I extract. I take all of the gold parts off of them, pop that stuff out of there, and reserve it, and put it in your gold stash. Most of these parts are aluminum that comes off of these, so have your stash for that. And I would recommend saving the screens. Just pile them in something you can keep them safely tucked away. Alright, now we got that off. Now the back side, what I do is I get my little, this is where I use my little pointer and kind of bend those little gold specks up. And need my little pliers. If you got some tweezers or anything like that, some pliers, you just pop them off and toss them to your gold stash. See all of the gold on here, everything. We pretty much could take off all of this, and the board is still worth a lot. So all we want is the gold fingers off of these things. Now these right here, they'll come off simple. So just hold it over your gold bin and pop them off. Now this is where the USB cage is locked up. You know it's gold in those things. So you just work those little plastic things off. It's just little tiny bits of gold all over the boards. And you want to clean it off as best as possible. I'll just leave that there. So this is what I do with each board. And as you can see around the earphone section here, that part, I just snatch that off. And as you can see, little gold pieces in these here. Nice little pieces of gold that you can collect from that. So these things are full of nice precious metals on these boards. And for those who like to scrap and stockpile, I would recommend getting into the cell phones. And I might have to upgrade my tools, but I've been doing these for a little while now. These little aluminum bits on the back, they pop right off. I take those off and I collect the aluminum. But I would tie it in my vise and pop the rest off just to play it safe, because you can hit yourself and puncture your hand or a finger with the flathead or whatever tool you're using. So just to be safe, just prop it in your vise. I got a video on that. Just go check out my video, and it shows you how to clean your high grade boards, or cleaning a medium grade board to make it high. So to make it a high grade board, so these are the same. Most companies, they're not going to give you full price unless the board is clean. Whoa. Nice bits of gold inside of these things. So I apologize for the way the camera's set up. So just use pliers here. Just pull those pieces out. So I mean, you don't have to. You know, you don't have to waste your time. All you have to do is just pop the metal casings off, the aluminum casings, and throw it, in your basket. But also you can take cell phones, and what you can do is you can sell them as is. The only thing they won't accept, they will not accept, is the batteries. So you extract the batteries out, and you can put the backs back on it, and it goes for roughly $5 a pound. Or you could set up a price with the dealer that's in your area. But definitely they go for about $5 a pound. And a lot of these phones, a lot of places like to use them for parts. So you can go on the internet for something like the Galaxies or anything that's compatible. You could you can sell these on eBay, and the batteries inside of these, you can sell them on eBay if they still work. If everything still works, you can go sell it on eBay or Craigslist, and make just as much, even if it has a cracked screen. But if it don't have a cracked screen, most places will look for it to use it for the screen, because it's possibly compatible with another device that they can use the parts for. So there's money in all angles with these phones. Like the old Razor. But here's another one that came out of a cell phone here. And you can see this one had wires on it. So you just pull all of that stuff off. Everything on it is recyclable. You can make money off of it. To be brutally honest, you can make money off of the plastic as well. So don't think plastic has to go in your recycle bin all the time. Keep an eye out for companies that buy plastic. So just a little tip to throw in there to you, because they do exist. So everything around you is recyclable or scrappable. So this is a nice high grade board. I'll just throw it in as is like this, instead of ripping this off. They'll accept it just like that. Everything on it has gold plated on it. A lot of gold on these boards. So, but here's what I was speaking on. These parts here, they pop out, from these boards. You want to take as much gold off of these things as you can before you throw the plastic in your recycle bin. But it's a lot of money inside of these phones. And there's a new phone almost every day. So what are you going to do with all the old ones? People throw them away, or they give them to guys like me. So if you have if you want to sell the phone as is, you extract the batteries out. You can get upwards of $5 a pound, or you could put them on eBay and sell them as scrap. You know, people buy these things every day. It's just scrap cell phones. So just don't let these things go by. I'm sure you got a cell phone sitting around at home. You know, it's worthless to a lot of people, but guys like us who know that you can make money off of these things, you just got to stockpile them. So get as many as you can, and that's where we at so far. We just started getting the band together. Just pushing all the boards and these. I'll take my time with them, and just break down everything in here. But if I get an overflow of phones, you know, and things of that nature, then there's some really nice phones. I mean, they still work. I'll say half of them do, and possibly half of them don't. So, people spend hundreds of dollars on these things, but what we do is we take what we can as far as the gold out of them, and we toss it in here, and we make big bucks. You can sell the boards on eBay as well. You extract them and break them down, sell them on. Go check out eBay. Put scrap cell phones. See how much they're going for. You'll be amazed. But if you're gonna deal with a dealer, make sure you take those aluminum backs off of the board, and that increases the price to the maximum price. Okay, YouTubers, subscribe, like, and comment. I'll talk to you guys soon. I've got some big things coming up for you guys. Later.